The new Washington Post poll of Virginia is filled with good news for President Obama, but there's still a split over the success of his presidency. Look at this. 50% of Virginia voters call themselves dissatisfied with the policies of this administration, putting pressure on the White House to win over skeptics in what could be the most crucial state in November. Let's bring on our Friday panel. Liz Sidoti, national political editor for the Associated Press. Nathan Gonzales, roll call contributor and deputy editor of the Rothenberg Political Report. NBC's own John Yang, who's visiting for a while from Chicago, my former pal in the White House.
Good to be back. Good to be working with you again.
John, I want to first go quickly. I'm going to talk Virginia in a minute, but I want to go quickly to these jobs numbers because you cover the story outside of Washington. So you hear these stories of the workforce is shrinking. Where have you seen it in the Midwest? Do you see it, and do you see these upticks in manufacturing?
You see a lot of people. I mean, number one, the uptick in manufacturing is real.
You're seeing it out there.
In Michigan, the auto sector is booming back. In Illinois, Caterpillar is hiring again. They're opening up. So that is real. But at the same time, there are a lot of people who are discouraged, who have given up looking for work. That's the one hallmark of this recession, is the length of unemployment. Every month we set a new record for average duration of unemployment. There are people out there who lost their jobs at the beginning of this recession and very likely will not work again.
And Liz, this is the challenge for the president. On one hand, he can say, look, it was the worst recession since the Great Depression. And then what does the Romney campaign say? This is the worst recovery since the Great Depression. Those are both powerful arguments.
Right. I mean, they're both spinning the numbers the way they need to. The fact of the matter is that there's a disconnect between the overall number, the fact that, you know, the unemployment rate is going down, and what actual people are feeling. You know, people in the Midwest, they're not feeling this recovery. And so, you know, Romney's playing to that component, those who are still hurting in their pocketbooks and don't feel, you know, the big change, and Obama's playing to those who, you know, are necessarily seeing, you know, the bigger than green shoots on the horizon.
And Nathan, this is part of this whole split a little bit here, because when you look at the president's poll numbers, he simply is stronger in the states where the economy is better. Virginia, right there. I mean, Colorado's another one. These states, and even where you see his numbers coming back in places like Michigan. Again, it's almost because the economy is getting better. He's benefiting that. Where is Romney stronger? Places like hanging in there, Florida, Ohio, etc.
Right, and it's all about where voters are focused on. And if it's simply a referendum on the president and the economy and how the economy is doing, it's still a 50-50 proposition. But then if you bring Romney and this comparison and a choice mix into the mix, then the president starts to look a lot better.
All right, I want to jump a little bit into this poll, into this Virginia poll, because what was striking to me about it, John Yang, is that simply the Washington Post did a nice little comparative of the breakdown between McCain-Obama from the exit poll and Romney-Obama now. And basically everything is matching. Okay, a margin of error here or there, undecided vote independent, a little bit larger, probably would all end up, except one place, women. Huge gender gap.
I mean, you're seeing that more and more in the campaign. I mean, there was a couple of weeks ago, where it really was Women's Week, where each campaign was trying to outdo each other, talking about how great they were for women and how bad the other guy is for women. I mean, Virginia is going to be a huge battleground. I was there 4 years ago, election night 4 years ago, and when I saw some of those rural counties, that sort of down south, not just Northern Virginia, going for Obama, you knew something was going on.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to go to the White House right after the break, talk to Alan Krueger, Council of Economic Advisor Chair, talk about those just released numbers. But first, it's trivia time. How many people have been awarded the Nobel Peace Prize while serving in the United States Senate? A lot of you said 3. It's actually only 1 got it while serving. New York Republican Elihu Root is the only person to receive the prize while serving as a senator. 4 other former senators, including President Obama, were awarded the Nobel Peace Prize after leaving the Senate. We'll be right back. You're watching The Daily Rundown, only on MSNBC.